We must content ourselves, then, said Beauchamp, with rendering the Count all the little services in our power. I, in my quality of journalist, open all the theatres to him. Thanks, monsieur, returned Monte Cristo. My steward has orders to take a box at each theatre. Is your steward also a Nubian? Asked Debray. No, he is a countryman of yours, if a Corsican is a countryman of anyone's. But you know him, M. de Mercer. Is it that excellent M. Bertuccio, who understands hiring windows so well? Yes, you saw him the day I had the honor of receiving you. He has been a soldier, a smuggler, in fact, everything. I would not be quite sure that he has not been mixed up with the police for some trifle, a stab with a knife, for instance. And you have chosen this honest citizen for your steward, said Debray. Of how much does he rob you every year? On my word, replied the Count, not more than another. I am sure he answers my purpose, knows no impossibility, and so I keep him. Then, continued Chateau Renaud, since you have an establishment, a steward, and a hotel in the Champs-Élysées, you only want a mistress. Albert smiled. He thought of the fair Greek he had seen in the Count's box at the Argentina and Valle theatres. I have something better than that, said Monte Cristo. I have a slave. You procure your mistresses from the opera, the vaudeville, or the varieties. I purchased mine at Constantinople. It cost me more, but I have nothing to fear. But you forget, replied Debray, laughing, that we are Franks by name and Franks by nature, as King Charles said, and that the moment she puts her foot in France your slave becomes free. Who will tell her? The first person who sees her. She only speaks Ramaic. That is different. But at least we shall see her, said Beauchamp, or do you keep eunuchs as well as mutes? Oh, no, replied Monte Cristo, I do not carry brutalism so far. Every one who surrounds me is free to quit me, and when they leave me will no longer have any need of me or any one else. It is for that reason, perhaps, that they do not quit me. They had long since passed to dessert and cigars. My dear Albert, said Debray, rising, "It is 2:30. Your guest is charming, but you leave the best company to go into the worst sometimes. I must return to the ministers." "I will tell him of the Count, and we shall soon know who he is." "Take care," returned Albert, "no one has been able to accomplish that." "Oh, we have 3 millions for our police. It is true they are almost always spent beforehand, but, no matter, we shall still have 50,000 francs to spend for this purpose." "And when you know, will you tell me?" "I promise you." "Au revoir, Albert. Gentlemen, good morning." As he left the room, Debray called out loudly, "My carriage." "Bravo," said Beauchamp to Albert, "I shall not go to the Chamber, but I have something better to offer my readers than a speech of M. Danglars." "For heaven's sake, Beauchamp," returned Mercer, "do not deprive me of the merit of introducing him everywhere." "Is he not peculiar?" "He is more than that," replied Chateau Renaud, "he is one of the most extraordinary men I ever saw in my life." "Are you coming, Morel?" "Directly I have given my card to the Count, who has promised to pay us a visit at Rue Meslay, number 14. "Be sure I shall not fail to do so," returned the Count, bowing.